This is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about.
Get real.
No.
Y'all, this
just
is
stop.
a sham.
It's finally here. Drum roll.
Welcome to DBL. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Everybody ready to go?
I hope so.
Only Tuesday?
Yeah.
Okay.
Tuesday's the most underrated day of the week. It's Taco Tuesday. What's that face? It's Taco
Are we getting
Tuesday.
tacos after
Right
this?
after this. Yes, I found a great place.
Okay.
Seriously.
Well, now I'm more excited.
All right, well, I'm glad we're ready to start. So, Courtney Cox had a little help from her friends as she received her star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Congratulations. Courtney reunited with her former co-stars Jennifer Aniston and Lisa Kudrow at the event on Monday. Courtney's 18-year-old daughter, Coco, also joined her during the event, and Jennifer spoke about their deep and lasting friendship. Let's watch.
Thank you for enriching our lives with your work. We are so proud of you. We love you. Your sister's from another mister, and we love you. For 30 years! 30 years! It's a good thing.
Yes, all right. So speaking of Courtney, she's responding to a claim made by Prince Harry in his book Spare. He wrote he found a box of chocolate mushrooms in her fridge when he was staying there. He says he and his mate washed them down with tequila and then started hallucinating and thought her toilet was talking to him. Courtney recently told Variety that she hasn't read the book yet, but confirmed the prince did stay with her for 2 or 3 days. She said, quote, "I'm not saying there are mushrooms. I definitely wasn't passing them out."
Okay, before Al goes on his rant, because I know that he's very passionate about this, I would just like to say, although this was a beautiful moment and she received her star and her friends of 30 years and colleagues were there, if I receive something as big as a Hollywood Walk of Fame star, y'all better come from the depths of your soul and say something so profound.
That was so weak.
So profound.
I totally
that
agree with
I am
you.
sobbing
I know.
and Jeray has to run up and fix my makeup on the spot.
The
okay?
same thing.
I need all of the fireworks. I need the whole thing.
She
Okay?
was like, we love you. We've been friends for 30 years. Yay.
I would have been like, you came up here to say that to me? This is a star. It's
totally
like the.
agree. And they're like,
I'm sure there was more. That was just a little clip that we played.
Terrible clip.
But when
I mean,
we did see Christina Applegate get her star, it was a speech she had, like she had something to say. I didn't even think about that.
Al, if you were famous for 50 years, how much would you say? Great, thanks. Another award. Oh, I got a star. Whatever. Here's the key to the city I grew up in. You don't care.
But it's a friend speaking to tell you how proud they are of you. That's what was happening in that moment. And let me tell you, I will sit down and I will come up with something.
You will write it.
It will be like, I'll be like, Maya Angelou has risen and I am just delivering this address, okay?
I will tell anybody, write down your speech, because what happens is as a former middle school teacher that's seen hundreds of people, I've heard people be like, I'm going to talk off the top of my head. Don't do that. No. Because you get there and you go, okay, my report is, okay, I worked really hard on this. It's like, no, you need to write things down. So I think that might have been a case where people didn't write things down. My issue is that I just feel like you should not be talking about any kind of narcotics in anybody's home, even if they give you permission, just because I want you to always know.
We're going back. This isn't in Jennifer Aniston's speech.
No,
this is now about Prince Harry.
We are now talking about Prince Harry saying that there were allegedly chocolate mushrooms in a refrigerator, which I'm quite sure there probably were, and if they were, God bless her.
Sure.
But just to say that, I just don't like. I wouldn't want to talk about anything I found in a friend's home, especially drugs. It's just like because people aren't as liberal as others, and you could cause people work. Obviously, in this situation, these people are fine. But I just like to think that there's a code, Tori and Jeff. I'd like to think there's a code, Erica, where just like there's some stuff that's just for us. The whole thing can't be for the whole world. I know I'm old school with that, but it's got to keep the code, dog.
No, I respect that. If I let somebody stay at my house for 2 to 3 days for free, and you gonna talk about what was there,
right?
Not okay. Yeah.
No, not okay.
That's why nobody else let you stay at his.
That's right. That's right. Future repercussions. All right. We could be hearing Chris Rock's side of the Oscar slap story very soon. A source told Page Six Chris will definitely mention the slap in his new Netflix special that will stream live starting this Saturday. The source said the slap won't dominate the show, but people won't be disappointed. I'm actually really looking forward to this. Chris hasn't formally addressed the incident, but joked about it in his past stand-up shows. Al, I'm looking forward to this. I know you're looking forward to this. I'll let you speak.
Brother, since this happened, I think that when we've discussed this in the past, it may seem like I have a heightened response to this, and it's because I've had friends that were sucker punched after college shows because, you know, a couple frat guys didn't like that they're, you know, just keying in their car and just like cold cocked. I've had people run on stage at me. I've had people throw things on stage at me. It happens because people feel entitled. I don't like what you're saying. There's a clip of some people in Jersey throwing a full can of beer at a young woman. You saw that.
Yeah,
she
and then she drinks
about
it.
Trump, and she was like, well, she wasn't even talking about him. They just threw it because people feel like they can. And the way that he got up, assaulted that man, and then the smirk on his wife's face when they sat down, like, yes, the court jester can go now. Well, guess what, guys? The court jester is going to go now. He's going to go for an hour. And your fists and your smacks and your punches and your beer cans and your shot glasses, those are only moments, they only last a moment. But you know what? What Chris Rock is going to do is going to last for a whole lot longer, buddy. So strap in, get your popcorn, Chris, because it's about time. It's about time.
And speaking of time, the timing is interesting a week before the Oscars, right?
Yeah.
Well, it's also history making because this will be the first live event that's streaming on Netflix in every country. Everybody, this will be like the Super Bowl of streaming. So that's going to be just an interesting dynamic because we've never seen this before.
Yeah, I think at some point we can all say, as a somewhat comic, Will Smith came and took the microphone away from Chris Rock, and now he is taking and reclaiming it back. And I think he waited the right amount of time. I think the anniversary is sweet, and I think he will do very well.
Are we anticipating this to be, like, because I'm anticipating Chris Rock to be Chris Rock.
Heck yes.
So I think by the end of the weekend, we're all going to watch this.
This will be a pop culture moment I think we will remember.
And we'll talk about it Monday and see how he did. I think he's going to do fantastic.
He's going to rock it.
Looking forward to it. All right, so how about you guys like this movie? Move over, Cocaine Bear. Like, hold on, let me start over.
Okay.
Move over, Cocaine Bear. There's a new drugged up predator in town. The movie Cocaine Bear is loosely based on a true story, and it's about a bear who ingests a lot of cocaine.
Really?
And then goes on a killing spree. So last weekend, the movie brought in $23 million at the box office. That's good news for Chris, because Chris is actually interesting. But so is Cocaine Bear. Now the creators of Sharknado franchise announced that their new movie, Attack of the Meth Gator, will be hitting screens this summer. This is loosely based on a true story as well. The Sharknado franchise has released 6 movies, all released on the Sci-Fi Channel.
This is great.
The story behind the meth gator is people were dumping their meth into their toilet, flushing it, and then the gators were getting all cracked up. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, I like the non-subtlety, in the title. What should we call it? Meth Gator.
There's right to it.
Yeah, the campiness is on it. I kind of dig these escapism movies. They're really like Airplane times 10 in terms of ridiculousness. Meth Gator. A good nickname.
I think that the society, you know, for every action there's an equal and opposite reaction. Erica, you're making a face. But we are in tough times. We just came out of a global pandemic.
Yeah, I agree.
There was turmoil in a lot of political situations.
Like Tiger King.
Chris Rock is being smacked at the Oscars.
What's happening?
And everybody needs just something to be like, I want to unplug my brain for a second and watch something in which I don't have to discuss the finer plots of the points online and act like I know about movies. I just want to sit down on the couch and watch a gator that has ingested amphetamines. And I'm here for it. Erica, what's the face?
I agree.
I don't think this is my genre.
Your genre?
It's not my genre.
Whose genre? What's the demo? Is
Because
it like 18-year-old?
Apparently it's y'all.
Yeah, is it 18-year-old dudes or is it like 41-year-old people that like kind of want the campiness?
I haven't done a survey. I don't know the answer.
Sorry.
But I want to part in one of these movies. If they continue to go on, I will own it and play that. Yeah. I want to be eaten by a meth alligator and like I'll own it and it'll be great.
I love that for you, Jeff. And if because we're manifesting, when you end up on a Meth Gator sequel, I am going to go to that movie and support you.
That's right.
Yes. My girl.
Yep.
Erica,
I'm there.
It's an image award and I get Meth Gator.
That works.
That's about right. Are we doing this next story? You want to do this? Okay. Rihanna's Super Bowl halftime performance has been recreated by a number of people online, but now a group of grandmas in Kentucky have taken the cake. All right, these last two stories are my Emmy Award right here. The residents at a senior living facility are going viral over their take on Rihanna's halftime show. The video now has more than 25 million views on TikTok. In the post, the ladies joked that their halftime show was better than Riri's. Let's be the judge. We're watching it. Here's the thing next to the real thing.
Yeah.
Cutie. What a cutie.
You know what? Obviously, I started out Team Rihanna, but I don't know. I think she pulled neck and neck with that. That move right there got me.
I mean, that walker really stole the show too. Like she was like, "I'm gonna stroll on out of here." She strolled.
Yeah.
Do you think there was like maybe a quick argument, like,
Who's
well, I
Riri?
want to be Riri?
Yeah.
You think?
I think it's whoever had the all red outfit in there,
Yeah.
like on the premises.
You don't think there was trades like my grapes for Riri?
Maybe.
No,
Pudding.
you think grapes.
They could have called it Gree Gree. You know what I mean? For Granny Riri.
Wouldn't it be Gray?
Gray Gray? Huh?
I think that's a stretch.
Yeah.
But still.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think we were good without it.
Okay.
I like Gree.
Coming up on DBL, our interview with Paula Abdul. We're talking about her career as a singer and choreographer, and Michael B. Jordan calls a former classmate out on the red carpet. Ooh, stick around. We're going to talk about it next.
Our viewers are talking about DBL.
Yes!
I like that.
Leaves me speechless and like blushing.
Thank you, thank you.
That's emotional.
Do I want to sit there and watch them? Yes, I do.
Television is young.
Say, hey, man, there's a video going on.
Interesting.
Which one's better?
But okay, so we're talking about the median age for Sharknado viewers.
Right, at first I was like, oh, it's 18-year-old dudes, right, on YouTube. And then I was like, wait, it's more for people like me who are like into the campy, so it's like 41, so it's 46.
46 is the median age.
The median age.
Which in television is a young demo.
Right.
And
In fact, the young desirable demo in television is 18 to 54.
Isn't that a large demo?
Well, that's just the broader one.
Right.
Yeah.
Would you rather have 18 to 24 or 24 to like 54?
I didn't get a 24, 54 has more money.
More money, right?
Yeah.
Okay, but you do hook them young at 18.
But the majority of TV viewers are over 54.
And also, people who know like Ian Ziering are not 18-year-olds. They're
Right.
like our age.
Right.
So
and
that would make sense.
That's the perfect demo to. First of all, they're watching the Sci-Fi Channel
It's like a
because
parody
Sharknado's
almost.
been on there. And also, the Sci-Fi Channel is always kind of, it's like Babylon 5 and Sliders and all those kind of like, those are people that are into sci-fi and have been for a long time.
Battlestar Galactica.
Yeah, yes. So I think that demo, that's why I don't think 18-year-olds are home, and if they are, they're playing video games.
And they're watching YouTube. I don't think they're watching like they don't know the people in it.
Right. Yeah.
What's a good animal that you would? What's the least likely animal that you'd expect in a new Sharknado? Like, what if it was this? What if it was,
Koala?
ketamine sloth or something.
But that would slow the sloth down.
Ketamine koala.
Yeah, you would need a sloth with amphetamines.
Yeah, you need a sloth to go. Yeah, that's true. Have you ever seen a wet koala?
Yes, they're terrifying.
Terrifying. Very scary. Very scary.
Have you seen the picture of me holding a koala bear in Australia? Yeah.
Was it fun? Were they cute?
Yes, they're super
Like
doped up.
Ewoks?
I didn't think about that.
Welcome back. Creed 3 star and director Michael B. Jordan proved that success is the best revenge. So get this, he ran into a former classmate on the red carpet and he pulled no punches when calling her out for calling him the corny kid on her podcast. Pay close attention.
We go way back all the way to Chad Science in Newark, okay?
The corny kid, right?
No, I did not say that. Misquoted for sure. No, you did not hear me say. I said we used to make fun of the name. But yeah, he is obviously killing things out here.
Are we not? Everybody in in this office was cringed.
Wow.
I kind of that is kind of a perfect revenge though.
He handled it well. He didn't pull any punches.
No, and
well played, by the way. Creed, get it?
Oh, good call. I would really love to be able to do this to certain people in my high school.
I like it.
I really would.
I like that he
give us an example. Let's play. Let's play with it.
This guy Andrew.
And give us a name.
No last names. Andrew. Andrew used to think I was annoying for talking so much and being loud and a girl in his all-male law class. And Andrew would make fun of me.
Is his name really Jeff?
No.
Okay, sorry, go ahead.
Man. And Andrew would make fun of me so much so that I would cry every day coming home from school, and he would mock me in front of all the other kids. And this was high school. So finally, I got my mom to come up, and I practiced and practiced, and I went up to him and I go, hey, I've done nothing wrong. Please stop attacking me and bullying me. It's really hurting my feelings. And he did, but I would have loved to do that on the red carpet.
And you just said, oh, that was a really nice statement. I would have just gotten a bigger cousin. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
There's different ways to handle everything. You did it the right way.
Yeah.
I thought that was going to play out a little different.
I like that he didn't let her off the hook. Because she kept going, oh, that was somebody else. He was like, no.
I heard it.
It was you.
Yeah.
No, you misheard. I didn't mishear at all. That was you. I just like that he kept redirecting it. But you know what he did, and that's what people can always learn from this. He never attacked her physically. He never used any profanity. He just kept refocusing the spotlight to, no, you did something messed up and we're going to highlight it. I'm not going to let you off the hook because if he had insulted her weight or her looks, now it's back on him.
Yep.
He just kept bringing it back to her. Well done.
I just say, I'm glad that you can appreciate me now. I mean, yeah.
Oh.
I'm glad that you can
I thought you were talking to me just now.
No.
I do appreciate
Al got scared.
That's my response.
Al felt like Andrew for a second.
That's just my response. I mean, we all there's situations now where I'm just like, well, thank you for that appreciation. Mm-hmm. 30 years later or 20 years later.
She's a better person.
That's great.
So classy.
I hope you're doing well too.
I still.
Wow.
That's the best
cousin.
revenge though, like that.
Yeah.
Not giving them what they want, doing what Erica said, like Michael B. Jordan did. Coming up on DBL, we talk with Paula Abdul. She's giving us the deets on her new clothing line. Coming up next.
Verified viewer Gina received this check in the mail for $2,900. There was also a letter welcoming her to a new job with the Cisco restaurant car wrap advertisement program. Gina thought she might be getting wrapped up in a scam and texted us to see if this is legit. So Gina, let's verify. Our sources are the Federal Trade Commission, the Expedited Funds Availability Act, the Better Business Bureau, AARP, Cisco, and Western Union. A fake check scam is when someone sends you a check, convinces you to deposit it, and then immediately send the money to someone else, typically in the form of a gift card, cryptocurrency, or wire transfer. The scammers are taking advantage of a law that requires banks to make the funds from check deposits that are less than $5,000 available within 3 business days for most accounts, even if the bank hasn't verified that the check is cleared. So, if you sent money onto a scammer and the bank later finds out that the check was fake, you're on the hook to repay the bank. Even if you try and pocket the money, the bank will eventually remove the funds from your account and may also charge you a fee. So, yes, scammers do send fake checks in the mail to trick people out of money. In Gina's case, we reached out to Cisco and they confirmed they don't have a program like this and that this is a scam, even though she hadn't yet been given instructions on who to pay to install the wrap. If you get a check like this in the mail that you suspect is a scam, don't cash it. Report it to the U.S. Postal Inspection Service and your state's Attorney General. With your Verify, I'm Brandon Lewis.
Welcome back. From Lakers girl to successful choreographer and singer, she's straight up done it all. Earlier, Paula Abdul told us all about her next smash hit, a new athleisure line. How comfy. Check it out.
Paula Abdul, welcome to DBL.
Thank you so much.
I cannot believe I'm speaking to you, man. Straight up, now tell me, Paula, you have collaborated with Smash and Tess for a new athleisure collection. Why did you want to work with them specifically, Smash and Tess?
Well, I met Ashley Freeborn, who's the CEO, and we hit it off right away. She's Canadian. My
mother's whole side of the family's Canadian. What I love about her and her company is that they celebrate women, they cheerlead for women, and it's all about inclusivity, which has always been so important to me.
And I have to say, you know, the pieces from your collection, I love the long sleeve romper. There's so many things in there that just look like buttery soft and like it'll give you the confidence to work out. What items in the collection are you telling your friends to buy?
Well, I'm loving hearing what my fans are buying. I mean, everyone has a different favorite, but you hit it on the nail. The fabrication is so incredibly soft, but firm in all the right areas that holds your body and massage your muscles. But like the zip up hoodie it's called the Love Me Up jumper.
Ooh.
And the two pieces, the boot cut pants, the crop tops. I love the jumper that has my inspirational messaging that says, be electrifying, create a spark out of life, and it's a big lightning bolt.
I love that. And, you know, honestly, Paula, you're not just a singer and a dancer. You are woven into this country's pop culture fabric, especially your song, because it's been 34 years since Straight Up went number one. Ow! And how does that make you feel that it still resonates with so many people, including the 4 people on this panel today?
I feel extremely grateful, and I look at my youngest fans.
Oh.
Yes. No, but it's a pinch me moment always. You know, I never take anything for granted, and to know that it still resonates with people. And now the TikTok generation is having a blast with my music. Just makes me feel great.
For a full year at Recess, I created a cold-hearted snake dance with my best friend Lauren Thaler. Cold-hearted snake, look into his eyes. So I just really want to thank you.
Sorry.
Absolutely. Because we all grew up with it.
He's been telling lies.
Thank you. Sorry about that. Little break. I texted my best friend. I'm like, Paul was
the
on
best.
the show.
I know.
You did. I don't know if people know this. You choreographed the wedding dance scene in Coming to America. Unbelievable.
Iconic.
How are
A lot
you?
of people don't even realize
I
that.
know.
I knew
How
that.
are you able to create such a credible African dance routine? Because it's different moves. Tell us about it.
You know, it was a make-believe place. You know, it was Zamunda. So I knew that. For me, it's just creating what I would think African dancing meets, you know, popular hip hop and street moves. So it's funny because I created that, and that's been the staple and template for African dance for all these years later.
So talented.
Unbelievable.
So talented.
So humble, though.
I know, very humble. Paula, you've been in the spotlight for over 30 years, and we've talked about aging in the industry many times. We talked about it today as well. How do you stay motivated to keep going in an industry that is tougher on women aging?
Of course, 100% tougher on women aging. For me, I've been lucky and fortunate to have dance in my life for my whole adult life, plus always mentoring younger people. It keeps me young.
That's why you've had such longevity. You are so grounded. How refreshing. Paula, thank you so much for joining us on DBL today. To our viewers, you can check out the Smash and Test Paula Abdul collection at smashtest.com. So soft. So soft.
Dreamy.
I know. We'll be right back. Thank you so much, Paula.
Thanks, Paula.
Congratulations.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. Hold up.
President Joe Biden is committed to welcoming 100,000 Ukrainians who fled the war there to find their way here to the United States. There are viral videos like this one questioning that commitment.
President Biden has made it legal for Ukrainian immigrants to get SSI checks.
Our viewers asked us to verify if Ukrainians here in the United States are receiving benefits like Social Security. Let's check. Our sources are the Social Security Administration, the Office of Refugee Resettlement, the Uniting for Ukraine program, and immigration lawyer Charles Cook. According to Cook, there are 3 ways Ukrainians can legally seek refuge here. One is through the Uniting for Ukraine program. Those who qualify can stay in the U.S. for up to 2 years as humanitarian parolees and receive some benefits.
They're eligible for food stamps. They're eligible for supplemental Social Security, SSI. They're eligible for insurance, Medicare.
The Social Security Administration says that certain Ukrainians in the U.S. may be eligible for SSI benefits. The Office of Refugee Resettlement confirms humanitarian parolees may also be eligible for assistance through existing programs, like the Temporary Assistance for Needy Families, health care through Medicaid, and food through SNAP.
No, they're not lifetime on the taxpayer dole. This is basically helping refugees who couldn't help themselves.
So we can verify it's true. Some Ukrainians who have arrived in the United States since Russia's invasion of their country may apply and could qualify for benefits like supplemental Social Security for a limited amount of time.
Are you skeptical of headlines and what you see on social media? We are too. The Verify newsletter helps you distinguish between true and false information by answering your questions. It provides fast facts on trending topics, spotlights major stories, and even includes a daily fun fact for all those trivia buffs out there. Get Verify's fast facts delivered every weekday to your email inbox. Go to verifythis.com/email to check it out.
Nearly 50 cars derailed in the small town on Friday, February 3rd. While that train was heading to Conway, Pennsylvania, an immediate evacuation order followed. The next day, the mayor declared a state of emergency. Air quality was being monitored throughout a 1-mile zone. 2 days later, Governor Mike DeWine issued an urgent evacuation notice to anyone who had not yet left. After concerns of a potential explosion following that train derailment, officials conducted a controlled release of the chemicals, one being that vinyl chloride. On February 8th, Governor Mike DeWine lifted the evacuation order. 10 days after the train derailment, NTSB pointed to a wheel bearing failure as the suspected cause of the crash. And on February 15th, the first town hall meeting was held. Norfolk Southern wasn't there. After nearly 2 weeks, Governor DeWine requested federal help, asking CDC medical experts to move in. On February 21st, the EPA administrator went door to door in East Palestine and made a list of demands to Norfolk Southern. 2 days later, U.S. Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg visited East Palestine. Also, the NTSB released a preliminary report of the crash, calling it 100% preventable.
Welcome back. We all love going through the car wash. Tell that to my son Leighton. He does not. But there are more things you can do to keep your car clean and organized. That's today's Auto Alert, sponsored by Ox Car Care. First, you should wash your car at least once every 2 weeks. If you go enough like Al, you get a membership to a car wash. It might be worth it. Next, use a microfiber towel instead of a cotton or terry cloth towel to avoid small scratches. And most importantly, make a habit to regularly vacuum and clean out your trash in your car, of course. Not just in your life in general. Our Ox Car Care is dedicated to providing you with an amazing auto protection plan experience that works with your budget. If you're looking for better car care, give them a call today at 800-687-1821. Al, I'm jealous of that membership.
You got to get it, man. It's the best. When your car comes out, it's looking pretty. Come on.
We'll see you tomorrow.